Canada's Minister of National Defence is slamming China over a dangerous encounter with a Canadian aircraft. The Canadian Cyclone helicopter was in international airspace. It's not the first time China's military has been accused of aggressive behavior in neutral airspace. The CBC's Olivia Stefanovich is following the story, and she joins us live from Ottawa. So, Olivia, what more do we know about what took place about this incident?
Well, Andrew, National Defence Minister Bill Blair calls this a concerning event. It occurred last Sunday in the South Pacific Sea, and it involved one of Canada's Sikorsky Cyclone helicopters, a CH-148. And Blair says that this helicopter was conducting routine operations when it was intercepted by a Chinese People's Liberation Army fighter aircraft. Now, this is not unusual. These interceptions do happen. And in fact, Blair says that the first initial interception was in fact safe, but there were two other interceptions that he deemed unsafe. And so the first one involved a Chinese jet that passed over the Canadian helicopter with such little separation, Andrew, that it caused turbulence in this Canadian helicopter, and the crew had to essentially regain control of the helicopter. Then on the same day, there was another unsafe interception by a Chinese jet, and this involved a fighter jet that launched flares in front of the Canadian helicopter, and the Canadian helicopter had to maneuver to avoid being hit. Now, in both of these cases, Andrew, the Canadian crew were safe and the aircraft was not damaged, but these are two close calls that Minister Blair says is unsafe and unprofessional, and he's highlighting this as a serious concern. Let's take a listen to what he had to say a little earlier about this.
We were there doing our job, and it is routine that these interceptions will take place, but our expectation is that they will take place in a way which is both professional and safe. And unfortunately, what we've seen in the most recent incidents, on two occasions, the actions of the People's Republic fighter jet were deemed to be significantly unsafe, and we'll express our concern to the People's Republic of China about that.
So, Andrew, Minister Blair went on to say that these interceptions are not unusual, but he does want to highlight this concern because he says Canada often conducts these operations to maintain the safety of conducting operations with allies in the South China Sea and to maintain free passage in these international waterways. And I should also mention that the South China Sea, it's home to a third of the global trade supply in the world. Trillions of dollars go past in the sea all the time, Andrew. So this is a significant area that Canada wants to make sure it can still operate in safely.
And Olivia, China has faced accusations like this before. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is not the first time that Minister Blair himself has raised the alarm about the actions by China in this sea. In fact, just a short time ago, he highlighted the fact that a Chinese jet had come within 5 meters of a Canadian surveillance plane that was taking part in a UN operation to enforce sanctions against North Korea. So that just happened recently. And last year in June, Canada also accused Chinese warplanes of harassing its patrol aircraft. And Canada is not alone in these concerns, Andrew. Our allies have also raised the alarm over this, including Washington. And the Pentagon just recently highlighted unnecessary aggressive behavior near a U.S. military plane in these same waters, Andrew.
Olivia, thank you. That is the CBC's Olivia Stefanovich live in Ottawa.